Good morning, this is Jeana, and today I'm going to be talking about skin peels, in particular chemical peels for the skin. What would be the benefits? What are the pros and cons of peeling the skin? How often should you peel the skin? And what does post-peel skincare look like? This is a great topic. I feel that peels are essential to healthy skin and healthy skin cells. However, there's a tendency to overdo it. And many times people go to a doctor or dermatologist, or they go to an esthetician and they have a mid to deep peel. And what I call a mid to deep peel is that 3 days after the peel, your skin just starts to shed. You start having flakes all over the face. This can also cause a lot of redness and swelling and inflammation. And so I'm not a super big fan of doing those mid to deep peels, even with a professional, because there can be a tendency to overdo it. Now, there are special conditions in which I would do a professional peel. And I would make sure that I was seeing the right person, somebody with a lot of experience and with advanced peel certification to do a deeper peel. But most of you guys, most clients, the average person can do progressive peels, which are just as effective, and you can do them from home and save yourself a lot of money. As you know, going into the dermatologist or even an esthetician can cost you quite a bit to do a peel. So today I'm going to show you how to do what we call a progressive peel. There are different levels of peel. So there's progressive, light, medium, and deep peels. And depending on that depth of peel that you're doing, the more flaking or the more opportunity for inflammation that can occur. So with the progressive peel, we have really zero downtime. You're really not going to see very much actual flaking and lifting and peeling of that top layer of skin. Now, occasionally you will see some rough skin here and there as that skin is kind of drying up and coming off. But you're not going to see big flakes and peels of skin coming off of your face. Now, let me also qualify that a little bit. If you've never used retinol, you've never done strong exfoliation, you've never had a peel, say you're 50, 60 or over, you have a lot of sun damage, and you do this progressive peel that I'm going to show you, you might see more flaking, because if you have more damaged cells on the surface of your skin, you will see more of that coming off. And the healthier your skin gets, the less actual flaking you will see. So if you kind of follow my instructions for how often to peel the skin, once you've been doing this for a while and maybe you're on your third, fourth, or fifth peel of the year, you probably won't see as much skin lifting up, because we've lifted off a lot of the damaged layers of skin and the skin is now in a healthier state. So let's see, where should we start here? Why do a peel? Is it essential? Why do I view it as something that's essential? So a peel is going to help remove fine lines and wrinkles and any damage on the skin. It's going to help stimulate new collagen renewal, which is going to give us that luminosity that we want. When we have a thick layer of old dead skin cells on the surface, skincare products don't penetrate as well. So by removing that old layer of skin gently, we are going to see more luminosity. Our products are going to penetrate better, and we're going to get more even pigmentation. We're going to lift off some of that old pigmentation. But probably I would say one of the most important things that we do is we remove those skin cells that are starting to act a little goofy. And we call that precancer cells, actinic keratosis. If you have a lot of sun damage, this can lead to precancer cells on the skin. Those skin cells are just starting to act goofy and do things they shouldn't do. When you do progressive peels, we're helping to lift that off the skin, and that stimulates a healthier skin cell renewal, and it often removes those precancer type cells and those goofy cells. that are going on. As you guys know, if you've ever had some larger amounts of precancer or cancer on the skin, sometimes they do peel, and they'll give you a prescription you take home and you put on, and the skin just kind of turns into raw hamburger almost. You know, it just gets so red and so irritated. That is definitely a more aggressive treatment, but it is needed sometimes for people who've had too much sun damage and they're starting to see some cancer cells on the skin. So we want to prevent getting to that level. We want to do these light progressive peels. What we see when we do that is just the skin is so much healthier and your products are going to work so much better. Sometimes when I have clients using wonderful products like NeoGenesis Recovery Serum, and we're just not seeing the results as quickly as we want, we often have to look at, well, what kind of exfoliation is happening? With NeoGenesis, in fact, they recommend 2 to 3 times using their enzyme every week to help remove that top layer of dead skin so that the products will be able to penetrate better and will speed up that cell renewal. When we speed up cell renewal, we're going to have a more vibrant, healthier cell on the surface. You know, I'm sure you guys have heard this, as you age, that cell renewal really slows down. I talk about that a lot, that stagnation that we're always fighting as we age. We need to keep stimulating those cells to be more active and to turn over faster. So a common question that I hear is, how often should I do a peel like this? How often should I do a progressive peel? In general, most people should do it. I'm going to be talking today about the clinical peel, and this is a peel where you do it every other day for a month. For my clients, I recommend that they do that 3 times. So you would do that for an entire month, then you take a month off, and then that next month you do it again, take a month off, and then do it the next month. And in general, people who are 50 and under, that works great for them. That's a great routine for you. Usually we recommend doing that through the fall or the winter months when you're not outside in the sun, going in the pool and things like that. Now, if you are in your 50s, I recommend doing it 4 times in a year. So that'll take you 8 months to do it, and you're doing it every other week. If you're in your 60s, we're going to do it 5 times. If you are 70 and above, we're going to do it 6 times. And basically, if you are 70 and over, and I'm seeing a lot of signs of aging on your skin, I'm seeing a lot of loss of firmness, uneven pigmentation, goofy cells doing things they shouldn't, I'm doing this with those clients every other month of the year, all year round. And it's amazing the difference that we see in the skin. I remember one client that I had in her early 80s, and when she would lay back on the table, you would see 3 folds of skin moving this way. And after a year of peeling her skin every other month, when she lay back, there was only 1 fold on her skin. Yes, she still has, just like my mom has, still has those deeper folds on the skin, but much less, and the skin was much firmer, much more radiant, and a lot of goofy things that were going on with her skin, cholesterol deposits and stuff like that, went away. So the older we get, the more aggressive we have to be. Now, keeping in mind that if you are really sensitive skin, you're going to have to adjust to this, or super dry skin, you might have to adjust your program. So maybe you're not doing it quite as often, or you're using more of these post-peel things that I'm going to be showing you. So when you're doing a peel, we're really going to speed up that exfoliation. You want to take some time off of your retinol. Set your retinol aside for a week before you start on your peel routine. And if you're using a prescription tretinoin, you might even do 2 weeks of setting that aside before you start doing your peel. I love the clinical peel because it is so gentle. People who have really sensitive skin, occasionally with really sensitive skin, when you peel it, you'll see it break out in all kinds of little pustules or a little irritation. That doesn't happen with this peel. This is a 2-step peel. So each packet, let me open it up here and I'll show you guys. Each packet that you use has a step 1 and a step 2. You rub on your step 1, you wait a bit, and then you put on step 2, you leave that on, and then you put on your moisturizers. Now, our team here at Art of Skincare, we're super excited about this, but we're doing what we're calling a peel-a-thon. We're doing a community peel. So there's about 15 of us here at Art of Skincare, and several of you out in the community are going to do this with us. We're going to be doing the Is Clinical Peel every other day for the month of February. So what we're doing is anyone who buys this peel this month, in the month of January, you will automatically receive an invitation to join our private Facebook group. So we're going to be applying this peel together. You're going to have live interaction and support with us. As questions come up, you're going to be able to ask them. We're going to start right off the bat on February 1st, and I'm going to do it in the evening routine. So I'm going to be doing it from home. We're going to do it together. And I think evening is best because mornings people get up at different times and have work schedules and stuff like that. So we're going to do an evening peel every other day through the month of February. I'll be also coaching you guys. So if somebody's getting maybe they do get some flaking, we'll be able to coach you through that. Or maybe you've already done peels, you've been on retinol and you're wanting to spice it up a little bit. I'll have some tips for that as well. So post-peel care is super important. If you go somewhere else and get a peel, or you do this peel with us, if you ever get flakes on the skin, there's some big no-nos. Number 1 is we never peel those off. If you do that, you're going to cause hyperpigmentation spots. That new baby skin that's coming to the surface is going to be exposed too early. You want to leave those flakes on the skin. The best thing to do is pick up Rhonda Allison ProSalve, and you will just pat this ProSalve on the skin throughout the day. So you've got some little flakiness going on, just get a little bit of this ProSalve, pat it on there, and it kind of glues that skin back down. And then in the evening when you wash your face, they'll naturally come off. When you wash your face, do not scrub. Do not take a wash rag and scrub that off. Just do a regular cleanse with your fingers or your wave, if you have an MBK wave. Do a regular cleanse, rinse the skin, and then put on the rest of your post-peel care. When we are peeling the skin, we're not going to use our actives. So if you have strong acid serums that you like to use, or an acid form of vitamin C that you like to use, we're going to set those aside for the month of our peel. And the kind of skincare that we're going to do, that I recommend doing, is this. After our peel, you can go ahead and put on a nice gentle moisturizer. So I really like Barrier Renewal Cream from NeoGenesis. This Barrier Renewal Cream has the perfect balance of fatty acids in it to mimic the fatty acids in your skin and really prevent transepidermal water loss. So we really want to keep our skin barrier in healthy condition throughout this entire month. We don't want to get over dry or lose too much water. This is what helps keep that water in. So we'll do our peel, and then you'll put this on. If you find you're a drier skin type, that's when you want to grab one of these other things to also apply extra moisture. And that would be the Remedy Rehab oil you can use. You just put a little bit on your fingers, pat that over the top just to give you that little extra protection. Or I really like Rhonda Allison's Pure Omega. Pure Omega has no scent in it. It's pure essential fatty acids. And because there's no essential oils in there, it's not going to drive the peel too deep. It can be very soothing to the skin. It comes in a small bottle, so you can pat it on throughout the day if you start to feel a little bit dry. So our steps were, for daily care, you're going to want to use some stem cell cytokines. So you want to get your recovery serum out because we're birthing new baby cells all month, and we really want to use those stem cell cytokines to help reduce inflammation and to help that DNA to be really healthy as it rises to the surface with those skin cells. So let me back up. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So I didn't think of this, but cleansers, you guys. First of all, use a cleanser that does not have any acids in it. Get a gentle cleanser. Think Hale and Hush Quiet Wash. Think Rhonda Allison Soothing Cleanse. think Dr. Estee Moisturizing Cleansing Gel. Those are the kind of cleansers that you want to use through your cleansing process. So after you wash your face, then you put on your NeoGenesis Recovery so that you have those stem cell cytokines that are going directly in and feeding the skin. And then you're going to put on your moisturizer. If you have a moisturizer at home that does not have active ingredients in it, no acids, no vitamin C in the acid form, you can go, or no perfumes or fragrances, then you can probably use, because we're just doing a light progressive peel, you can probably use that moisturizer that you have at home. If you have some of the other NeoGenesis moisturizers, those will be fine to use with this. But what I like to do for post-peel is my recovery serum, NeoGenesis Barrier Renewal Cream, and then, like I said, I pat on a light layer of oil on the surface, either the Remedy oil or the Pure Omega from Rhonda, Allison, just to pat on the skin and keep that hydration there. Then you can go ahead and put on your sunscreen and your makeup. Sometimes when you put things on after you're in the process of doing this peel, things might feel a little stingly or tingly. That's okay. That should subside within 2 minutes, and then your skin will be fine, because we are exposing a fresh layer of skin and it can be a little bit more sensitive. One thing I mentioned, if you start to get a little flaking or picking up of the skin, having ProSalve on hand is going to be very helpful during the day, just to touch up and glue those little skin cells back down. One time I gave my husband a stronger peels, back when we were doing a lot of stronger peels, and it was probably a mid-depth peel. He's a lawyer and he had to go to court then on like day 3 when it started. And when he smiled, when you have a deeper peel on that day 3 and you smile, your whole face like cracks and it starts to peel off. And the poor guy, he had to tell the judge, because the judge was looking at him really weird. He said, "I'm having a peel." So you should not have that experience with the Is Clinical Peel. And Michelle likes it much better that I use these on him now than actually having him go to work and have his face crack and peel off. So this is a basic post-care. You never know how dry your skin's going to be. It's good to pick some of these things up when you purchase your peels so that you have them on hand. The nice thing is most of these little products here are pretty inexpensive, and they're nice to have around all the time, anytime that your skin gets a little dry. The ProSalve, people love that on the lip area. It's just, I mean, men steal this from their wives to put on their lip area. Everyone loves ProSalve. So, and then the Pure Omega is very inexpensive, comes in a very small bottle, so that's nice to have for any dryness. And the Remedy oil also is a really good value for your money. The one expensive thing that you're going to need to splurge on, I think, if you're going to be doing a peel, are your stem cell cytokines. So that's why I pick out NeoGenesis Recovery Serum. And this is a really important thing, I feel, to use during those months when you're peeling. Many of us are addicted to it, and so we just use it all year round. But it's really important during that time when you're stirring up those skin cells and really releasing the damaged skin cells, so those new baby skin cells have good nutrition and are going to rise to the surface in a healthy way. So some modalities that can be helpful while you're doing this peel as well are the light stim. Red LED is very helpful to use throughout this peel process. It'll help with any redness. It'll help to reduce inflammation. Also, using your MyoLift Tri-Wave during this peel time would be really helpful too. On opposite days from your peel, you can be putting on a sheet mask. Make sure you're using a sheet mask that's not loaded with perfumes and things like that. You want a nice, simple. During that time, I really like the yogurt ones from Orgade. Those are a great mask to use, and you just put one electrode here, one under here or here, sit back for 20 minutes and run your Rejuve setting, because Rejuve is really going to increase that ATP in the skin, and that's going to really help with that cellular regeneration so your skin has that energy that it needs. In fact, when we have clients going for more intense surgeries or treatments for their face, In the doctor's office, we always recommend that they do that rejuve setting the day before for a solid 20 minutes to really increase that ATP so that cell regeneration is happening faster. The cells have the energy that they need to reproduce in a healthy manner. So I see I have a bunch of questions here, so I'm going to pop down here and start looking at questions. Joseph says, Jeana is glowing as usual. Thank you, Joseph. Let's see. Rhonda says, beautiful as always. Thank you. How often can you get a peel? So I did cover that. And Genevieve too. How often should I peel? So let's go over that one more time really quickly. When you're 50 and under, you want to do a light or progressive peel 3 times a year. And usually you want to take 4 to 5 weeks. I usually recommend 5 weeks in between each peel. If that's if a light peel, then you need to go 5 weeks. If you're doing the progressive peel with Is Clinical, then you can go 4 weeks. So you would do this peel, take a month off, peel, take a month off, peel again. Now, if you are in your 50s, you want to do that 4 times a year. If you're in your 60s, you want to do it 5 times a year. And if you're 70s and over, you're most likely going to want to do it 6 times a year. Basically, at that stage, you're doing you're doing this peel system every other month. And that's what's going to really speed up that regeneration. You never want to do less than 4 weeks between your peels. You want to give your skin time to completely heal. And think about this too. If you're doing a more aggressive peel, you're going to want to wait longer. With a progressive peel, 4 weeks is fine. If you're doing a light, medium, or deeper peel, you're going to want to go more time. You're going to want to wait 5 or 6 weeks in between those peels. Everybody is different. And so when you do our coaching program with us, Lauren will actually help you by looking at your skin, seeing what your goals are, seeing your age, what kind of damage you have. She can actually help you determine how often you should peel for your skin, because there's no one size fits all. Everybody's skin is different. So it's really nice to have an esthetician that you can work with. With our coaching program, you get assigned your own esthetician and you work with them for 3 months, and you can email them and ask lots of questions, and they're going to give you a very personalized skincare routine. Most of our clients really enjoy doing that, and then they do that a couple times a year, 2 or 3 times a year. They renew that so that they can keep in contact with their same esthetician, and she can keep helping you progress through the year with the seasonality changes and also as your skin changes. Because sometimes, somebody will come to us and say, well, what device do I need? And we find out they haven't been using any skincare yet at all. Maybe just CeraVe or something like that. We might just say to you, wait on the device, because we want to see how your skin responds to some professional skincare. Once you've been on the professional skincare for 3 months, then we can see which device is going to be best for you. And that really helps us to keep your skin growing and progressing. Sometimes people come and say, oh, I just want a retinol, but they haven't been doing they're not using vitamin C, they're not using any of these other things that their skin might need. We might have you wait on the retinol and see how your skin does acclimating with the other important nutrients, and then after a few months add in the retinol. So it just depends on the person's skin. There's no one size fits all, and that's really why we call it art of skincare, because it is a fine art, and my estheticians that work with me are artists. They really take it seriously, and they love prescribing skincare and really seeing amazing results. And that's really what art of skincare is known for, is helping each individual to get their skin to its optimal best. Okay, back to questions here. How often? Okay. How often? How often? Gigi says, does it work for hyperpigmentation? Yes, and in fact, this peel is excellent for hyperpigmentation and evening out the skin. And the nice thing about this peel is it's not too aggressive. A peel that gets too hot, causes inflammation, or causes too much flaking is going to trigger more hyperpigmentation, because your body is going to read that as a wound or damaged skin. So now then your body is going to want to be protecting that area even more, and you're going to see a backlash of that hyperpigmentation going to that spot where it's trying to protect it. By doing a progressive peel with Is Clinical, you're going to be lifting off that hyperpigmentation without triggering more, without triggering that wound response. Great questions, you guys. Excellent question. How do we get a facial from you folks, Marcy? We don't do treatments anymore. I've just found that I was able to help more people by doing our online email consultation program. We're able to help hundreds, thousands of people, where in the treatment room and the spa we were just limited by time. So we really kind of went into a specialty and started doing that. That said, we do have a treatment room, and we are exploring the idea of doing some different things throughout the year, where maybe we invite somebody to come and get a treatment in our treatment room. So keep your ears open for that. Okay. Gigi, should I stop with microdermabrasions I get monthly? Yeah, probably you should stop with the microdermabrasion during the month that you're doing your peel, for sure. You can talk to your esthetician about it. You know, there's so many different skin types. So there are some people who do microdermabrasion and peel at the same time. And it really depends on the condition of your skin, what you're working on. And probably what you would want to do is maybe skip a few days of your peel before you go in for your microdermabrasion, and then maybe skip a day or two after your microdermabrasion. So you have a little window for yourself in there. But you have to know your skin. If you've got pretty resilient, strong skin, you'll probably be okay doing that. If you don't, your skin is thinner, more fragile, rosacea, things like that. Actually, if you have rosacea, you should not be doing microdermabrasion, regular microdermabrasion where they use the suction. But so just depending on the individual skin, how strong it is would be the way you would need to answer that question. Carla says, hello, I recently purchased those active peels before the special came out, but I'm not quite sure of how to use them if I still get comedones. So tell me about comedones, because different people call comedones different things. So are we talking about getting little blackheads or little bumps under the skin, like pebbles? Or are you talking about getting cysts or pimples on your skin? If you get mild breakouts, you're not going to have any problem with this peel, because it's just going to help. It's going to decongest the skin. It's going to be helpful for the skin. So Carla, if you want to pipe in more describing your skin, or if you want to do our coaching program, then we can really look at it and see what's going on and give you better help and support through that. Yeah, that's my answer for that. Let's see the next one. And Carla, did you purchase those active peels from Art of Skincare? Because I can probably grandfather you into our group if you want to do the peel-a-thon with everybody doing the peel. So just reach out to customer service and let me know. Is it okay to add blemish gone serum afterwards? That should not be a problem. You should be able to do that on a blemish area. You should be able to spot treat blemishes afterwards. Oftentimes when we're doing peels, we don't like to spot treat with more acid. We generally spot treat with something else. So you might like to use Bion's Green Tea Clay Poultice or Face Reality's Sulfur. If you're not allergic to sulfur, their sulfur spot treatment would be a really good choice for you. I would probably choose between those rather than a blemish serum that has acids in it, because you're already doing a lot of acids on the skin. And then vitamin A, I was waiting for that question. Some people can layer vitamin A with this peel, but it's not the norm. And that's something that we're going to address while we're doing it as a peel group. For those people who want to deepen the peel or who have more resilient, stronger skin, we can do some playing with our vitamin A's. And we will be doing that together as a group, where some people can choose to do that with my coaching. Okay, Rhonda says, can I use Adipo on opposite nights? 100%. Absolutely. One thing that I'm going to say, though, is Adipo is more stimulating than you think. The black ginger in there, I have to be careful. So I'm using retinol at night, and I have to be careful because sometimes I can have a reaction using my retinol and then using the Adipo every other night. Occasionally, if my skin's getting a little overstimulated by the retinol, if I put on that Adipo, I'm going to end up with a little rash. So, and I know it's just because I've overstimulated, so I'll take a little time off the retinol and the Adipo and let my skin catch up a little bit. I'm just getting a little too, getting ahead of it. So you got to pay attention to your skin. It's very possible that you can use your Adipo in the morning and do your peels at night, or on the every other night that you're not peeling. It's just going to really, again, depend on your skin, but it's not a big deal. If you do it, you end up with a little bit of a little rash or a little irritation here and there. That's okay. We'll use our good post-peel care stuff to pamper that area, and then you just know not to do that for the future. So it just really depends on your skin. Okay, Joseph says, hot PLLA, micro peel. Yes, I did that peel yesterday. And okay, and how does it differ? Okay, so that peel is a peel that's used once per week. It's got polylactic acid in it. It has glycolic, salicylic, and lactic acid in it as well. And it's only used once per week, and you can use it all year round pretty much. I do have some people who have more sensitive skin will react with that peel. And generally those people who are sensitive to one of the acids in it. It's just the way the pH balance is in that peel that it can be a little bit irritating for some people. After I used that peel yesterday, you can see I have a little red spot right here, a little bit of a pull right here, and it's because I was doing videos. I did my peel, did my skincare, skin looked great, very rosy, felt maybe just a little bit tender, but then I put on my eye masks for my Tri-Wave, and I was demonstrating for my group in the Insiders how to use those on your eyes with the chin strap. And when I pulled it off, you can see right here, I pulled off a little bit of skin. So if you're going to use something that's sticky like that, that sticks to the skin after any of these kind of peels, you're going to want to put on your conductive gel. If I put on my Promoter Collagen Conductive Gel, I wouldn't have had that stick to the skin so much and rip that little bit of skin off. But that is an excellent peel system. It's something to play with. The new boxes come with 4 peels in it, and the nice thing about the new peel from them is that you can do your regular skincare. So after I do that peel, you put it on for only 1 minute, you remove it, and then I was able to put on my recovery serum and my Cavapla and my Promoter Repair Moisturizer, and my skin was just absolutely glowing and really beautiful. So it's just a little different. With this system, this one I found to be a bit gentler, but you can do it every other day, and so in some ways you're getting a deeper peel from this because of the way that we're using it every other day. But really it can be a matter of preference. You can try one and then try the other and see how you like it. You could try doing the hop peel once a week for a month and then take a month off, and then do it for a month again, just like we do this. So instead of doing every other day with that peel, you're doing it once per week. I honestly think that those peels from Hop, that I would not do that once a week for most skin. The people that I would choose to do that with are maybe people with a lot of sun damage, those people 60s, 70s, 80s, who maybe haven't really taken care of their skin and they have a lot of rough texture and kind of leathery. That's when I would do that peel pad once a week, and it really enhances your Cavapla experience and really speeds up the results that you'll get with your Cavapla. But those people who are younger, have a little healthier skin or a little more sensitive skin, I would not do those every single week. I'd space it out a little bit. So you can play with it and see what's right for your skin. What you don't want to do is over exfoliate your skin and mess up your skin barrier. So just keeping that in mind, that's another good time to work with your esthetician to decide how often you should be doing those, because we can monitor that with photos that you send in, and we can see when the skin is starting to get a little over exfoliated and we need to give it more time to rebound. Okie doke. Carla, I haven't used any other chemical peels on my own yet. I'm just trying to get rid of my blemishes left from acne. So Carla, are you still getting breakouts? Because if you're still getting breakouts, I'd really like to see you do the acne coaching program with Morgan, and so that you're not getting breakouts anymore. If you're really not getting any more breakouts, but you still have some scarring going on that you want to lift up, then this peel would be excellent for you, no problem. But if you're still getting breakouts, let's get on that. Let's stop those breakouts, figure out what's going on in your body chemistry and the skincare products that you're using so that we can stop those breakouts. And if you're on one of our Face Reality acne routines with Morgan, we have a way that we peel the skin when you're in your active phase of still clearing the skin. And that is that once a week, you use the strongest Face Reality Mandelic acid. So normally you're on 8. Once a week, you might do 11 or 15%, and that will give you that extra boost of exfoliation while you are clearing your skin. And Carla says she's not using no active acne anymore, oily, and some comedones. So comedones, blackheads, is that what we're thinking? So this will be excellent for that, because this will decongest your pores, and this will help balance your oil as well. Okay, Stacy says, I'm having a rejuvenating laser treatment done. Would aftercare be the same for this? Yes. Anytime you're doing laser treatments, probably year round, you're going to want to be using your recovery serum, and you're going to be wanting to use something like Barrier Renewal Cream to balance out that and protect your skin from transepidermal water loss. Keep in mind that the skin often looks really great, 5 weeks or so, even up to 3 months after your treatment, because there's a lot of swelling that happens with your skin. It'll make the wrinkles reduced and everything because of all that swelling. However, that swelling is inflammation. So once the skin is fully healed from deep within, because with the laser you're doing some deep damage in there, once it's fully healed, that could be 3, 6 months, 9 months, then you're going to see the skin maybe going back to worse than it was before you did those laser treatments. So just keeping that in mind, keep those laser treatments to a minimum, because that inflammation is fun because it makes the skin look so much younger and plump. But in the long run, that's a Band-Aid fix, and it's not good for the skin because it's going to increase long-term extrinsic aging. Okay, Carla, 24 years old. Awesome. I'm glad your skin's staying clear now. Jeana says, can peel be used under the eyes? So generally under the eye area is going to be right up to the bone right here. Any closer than that, it will not be good. It can get into the eyes. It can be very painful. There's other things that we use for exfoliating around the eyes, such as Clinical's vitamin C serum for the eyes. Rhonda Allison's Moisture Enzyme is good. Rhonda Allison's Derma Peel is good for peeling around the eyes. And another thing that you can do is Rhonda Allison's Beta Serum. It's a salicylic acid, or I think it's called Salicylic Serum now. Celine can correct me if I'm wrong in there. Salicylic Serum has L-retinol and salicylic acid, and we have been able to use, for certain people that need a peel around this area, we've been able to put that one night a week or so, or even less. One night every few weeks, you can put that on the eye area for some people, and that will really help rejuvenate that eye area. I want to qualify that because, and I've used it a lot for people on their eyelids. Sometimes under this area, it can be too much. I'm one of those people who really can't use retinol around my eye area because I'll immediately puff up. I immediately start getting little rashes and little retinol burns around my eyes, so it's too strong for my eyes. So just, you know, I keep repeating that everybody's skin is different. An eye cream with retinol in it for me is bad news, but for someone else, it might be just right. What can I do to avoid getting around my mouth area dryness? So it's okay to peel around the mouth area, but if you're getting dryness in that area, think about using, I think we're an acne sensitive person, look at Clear Stem on our website and search for Lips and Cutes. You will love Lips and Cutes. Really moisturizes that mouth area really well. Make sure that you're exfoliating. If you're getting a lot of dry and chapped skin, pick up the lip polish from Clinical and polish that off. I do it every day or every other day. When I brush my teeth, I use my lip scrub and then put on Lips and Cutes. And I think that will really help. The other thing that people love is the ProSalve, but it's not really made for the lips. Lips and Cutes, I think, is better. Okay, and it's acne safe. 60s just started using Lemieux clarifying pads. Okay, female with flushing rosacea and melasma. What would be the Clinical peel? What would the Clinical peel look like? So if you're using those clarifying pads, they're pretty strong and they're pretty drying. Salicylic acid is a very drying acid. So if you were to use those every day or every other day, we would just be disrupting your skin barrier too much. More likely, those would be better to use when you have a little breakout or something like that. But for something where you're wanting to do some continuous work and getting to the deeper levels and do a lot of regenerative work, that's when you want to grab this kind of a peel pad. It's gentler. You can use it every other day, and by doing that, you're going to get to those deeper and deeper layers of the epidermis where those damaged cells are, and we're going to do it without disrupting your skin barrier and causing a lot of dryness, which can lead to more hyperpigmentation and more dry lines and things like that. So I think that you're going to find this to be this will be a gentler experience. It's more sustainable. You can stick with it because, as you know, we need to stick with things in order to see results. We can't just use them once or twice and get those instant results. Those clarifying pads are that strength where they're more of an instant fix. Even the vitamin C, Lemieux's vitamin C pads are amazing. Those are probably our top selling pad for their pads. Well, maybe the Mandelic pads are top selling now, but they're a close contender. A lot of models like to use that vitamin C pad from Lemieux because of the glycolic acid in it. And again, it's just too strong to be using on a regular basis. It's going to be too disruptive to your skin barrier. It causes a lot of swelling, which people like because they think, oh, my skin is more plump, and when it's swollen, you can't see those lines. But that inflammation you're causing is going to have a rebound effect, and it's going to cause more serious aging concerns. So you're not going to do that with these pads. These, you can be more regular with them without disrupting your skin barrier and without causing that inflammation, so that you're going to stimulate some natural plumping of the skin rather than an inflammatory plumping of the skin. Okay. Bella, how often would you recommend doing a peel if you are using tretinoin? Do you need to do peels if you're using tretinoin? So, true. I mean, if you're using tretinoin, prescription tretinoin, you maybe, and you're using it all the time, you're getting a lot of exfoliation. So if you're doing that, then what you're going to want to do is stop using, cycle off of your tretinoin for 2 or 3 weeks, and then do your peel every other day. And you will see different results than what you see with your retinol. I think you'll be pretty pleasantly surprised. So what I would recommend for you to do is give it a try next month. Purchase your peel towards the end of January here, take some time off from your tretinoin, and then do this peel with us every other night. And you're just going to take a break from your tretinoin, which is good. It's good to cycle and to give your skin a break and to do something a little bit different. So that's what I would recommend doing if you're using tretinoin. Kathy, volume is very low. You know what it is? Here, it's because this keeps covering. Sorry, guys. All right, if there were any questions I answered where you couldn't hear me, go ahead and ask them again. If you couldn't hear my answer, I'm fine with that. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, Kathy. Gigi, I use SkinScript products. Will this work with those? Absolutely. But if you're using the retinaldehyde serum, you're going to want to take a break from that while we're using these pads. If you're using glycoretinol pads, you're not going to want to use those while we're using these. So it really depends what you're using in SkinScript or any of your other skincare brands. While you're doing your peel, you want to cut out, you're going to want to cut out that vitamin C serum, the green tea vitamin C. That's an L-ascorbic acid, so that's an acid form of vitamin C. We want to cut out the acids while we're doing our peel and let the magic of these do their work. But absolutely, you can use your other SkinScript things, your moisturizer, your cleanser. The pomegranate cleanser would be excellent to use while doing this. Carla says she has little bumps under the skin. Okay, so if they're covered at closed comedones, those are actually called maturation arrest. And, they often don't come to a head. It looks like your skin's really clear, but then when you pull it, you can see those little bumps there. That's an advanced form of acne, and I highly recommend that you work with our acne coaching program to address that issue, because they will get worse. This will help with that, though, because we need to, with that kind of condition, we need to really speed up your skin exfoliation without damaging the barrier and over drying your skin, and these will do that. So these are going to help to bring those to the surface. Some other things that help with maturation arrest is cutting out all dairy. I know this doesn't sound very fun, but cutting out inflammatory foods, dairy, peanut butter, sugar, those kind of things. You cut those out, you're going to see a lot of that go away. I recommend that you go on our website and look at the Enviromedica supplements and get yourself on the beef liver supplement. That's really going to help you with that area. Okay. Great. And yeah, if Carla, I think you're the one. If you purchase this, but you haven't opened it yet, you got it from us, just reach out to us and I'll grandfather you into the group for next month. Marcia, I recently had surgery on my nose. Basal cell. So would the NeoGenesis recovery serum help with clearing the tiny line scar there? So yes, if you've had cancer on your face anywhere, the only stem cell cytokines that you can use that are oncology approved are the NeoGenesis. That means when you look at ingredients of products and they say growth factors, but then they have isolated growth factors like oligo this or that, you don't want to use those. Those are not oncology safe, and you have to stay away from those. But you can use any of the NeoGenesis stem cell cytokines. Yes, they will help with the scarring that you see there, and they're going to help prevent, you know, other cells from acting goofy and doing strange things they shouldn't do. But a regular peeling like this will be really important for you. So I don't know how far you are into your healing process, but at some point when that's really well healed over, you're gonna wanna start doing this peel system every other month. And that's what's gonna keep those cells under control so that you're not having that kind of stuff coming back again. Okay. Stacy, would a peel be better than as opposed to a laser treatment? Yes. I don't have wrinkles currently, just want to even out skin tone and firm it up a little bit. So yes, this peel would be better for you than doing a laser treatment. And of course, it's going to depend on who you talk to. But in general, when you're treating uneven pigmentation with a laser treatment, as soon as summer hits, that pigmentation is going to come back with a vengeance. The minute you go out in the sun, the pigmentation just comes racing right back because you are wounding the area with the lasers. And hyperpigmentation is an inflammatory response. Like rosacea is an inflammatory response. When your skin feels like it's being attacked or it's under duress, it's going to create melanocytes. It's going to create that dark pigmentation to protect itself. So unfortunately, in the long run, you're going to see worse pigmentation problems than you might have now. So definitely a peel is a preferred thing for that. And also with the firmness of the skin, because the laser is only giving you that temporary firm looking. It's not going to work in actually helping to improve improve your cellular DNA, cellular energy, and create healthier cells for you. It's creating cells that are like, oh no, fire, fire, alert, alert. And they're working overtime trying to fix this problem. And that's a reactionary thing. When you're using the recovery serum and some of these other modalities, your skin is being more nurtured from the inside out so that it can arise to the surface in a healthier state, and we're not triggering those alerts in the skin. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Stacy, I use retinol and vitamin C currently. Great. Just take a break from those while you're doing your peel. Ah! I just knocked one down. I hate it when I do that. Melissa, what are the signs of compromised skin barrier? We're going to have a live on that coming up really soon. Essentially, compromised skin barrier is going to look like excessive dryness, redness, sometimes milia on the skin, easily irritated skin. So say you put on all your skin care and by noon your skin's looking really dry and even a little bit flaky and rough. All of those are indications of a compromised skin barrier. And if you have that, please do a skin coaching session with our estheticians, because they're going to help you to get your skin back in balance. And then after it's back in balance and nice and healthy, then you can do a peel. Because if you're experiencing a compromised barrier now, this is not the time for you to do a peel. The strongest kind of peel we will do for you is using some gentle enzymes. But we're going to be doing a lot of repairing and rebuilding. We're going to rebuild the water content in your skin, and then we're going to use some other ingredients, some other barrier protection ingredients to help stop that transepidermal water loss. And we might even use some probiotics on your skin, probiotic cleanser or probiotic serums that are going to get that good bacteria populating and improving the health of your skin. Okay. Gigi, how long will one box of the peel last for someone in their 60s? So this is a 1 month supply. You do it every other day for 1 month. It's 15 in here, so 30 days. Well, it's not a 30-day supply. It's 30 days, but you're using it every other day, so there's 15 in the box. Okay. Box, not Knox. Yeah, so Gigi, what you would do for in your 60s, needing to do this 4 or 5 times a year, is you'll buy a box of these every other month for those months when you're doing the actual peel. So this is one peel right here. So you would do this peel, take a month off, and then do your next peel. Can you use Hale and Hush Rare C with the peel? Probably you can. But Rare C, I generally like vitamin C's that are a little more moisturizing. I really like that vitamin C because it really is anti-inflammatory and actually even takes the swelling down around your pores, so it makes the skin pores look much smaller and firmer. But you might want just a little more hydrating vitamin C during your peel month. So you might think of Michelle Corley's Vitamin C Plus. That's going to be a gentler, more moisturizing form of vitamin C. But you can always try this and see how it goes. Absolutely. Oh, this is a different person. That was Liliana. This is Laura. I have extremely sensitive skin. Is it okay to use the clinical active peel? My skin does turn red every once in a while. Yes, you're probably going to be just fine using these. I have a number of clients with very sensitive skin who will use these. If we need to, if you do the peel-a-thon with us, if you're writing in, oh, I'm getting a little too stingly, or I'm peeling a little too much, we just might have you take a little longer break in between. So maybe this box of peel will last you 2 months instead of 1 month, because maybe we'll have you spread them out and have a few more days in between your peel application. 60s. So Lemieux clarifying pads are advised for the skin I described. No, skin clarifying pads are for a younger person under 60, and they're for somebody with really oily skin, because that's salicylic acid. So salicylic acid over time is very drying. So no, that would not be good for your skin. Joseph, how long do you wait in between rolling and a peel? Let me think about this for a little bit. So if you're rolling your skin, I usually roll the skin once every 5 weeks. So you could roll your skin in the month where you're not peeling, like midway through. Okay, so 2 weeks after you stop your peel, do your rolling session, and then wait 2 more weeks before you do your next peel month. That will work pretty well. Okay. Yeah, microneedling at home with a roller. Okay. Lexi, can you use this with active acne? Lexi, if you still have active acne, I recommend strongly that you do our acne coaching program with Morgan, because we have a special protocol for peeling the skin when you have inflamed acne. And we have a special protocol of skincare that we do to help you really get clear. And when we see that we need to have you peel your skin, the way we do it is have you use a stronger mandelic serum 1 night a week to speed up that exfoliation. So I would not recommend this for you, or doing this particular peel when we haven't cleared your skin yet. When we do a peel, we're stimulating a lot of collagen production. If you have inflamed acne and we do a peel on you, depending on the kind of peel, and we stimulate a lot of collagen that can cause breakouts for people who are in that really highly inflamed acne stage. You can be acne prone or blemish prone and do this and have no problem, but if you still have like 3 to 5 active lesions on each side of your face or more, this is not the treatment for you. You need to get in our acne coaching program. We need to clear your skin first. Okay. Rhonda, I have Recover and Barrier Renewal Cream. Can you go over the other products we need again? You bet, Rhonda. So what you're going to need is a gentle cleanser with no acids in it and no granules in it. So think Hale and Hush Quiet Wash, Face Reality Ultra Gentle Cleanser. There's a whole bunch of them. Botania's Daily Gentle Cleanser, the Orgade Cleanser, Dr. Estee Moisturizing Cleansing Gel, Rhonda Allison's Peptide Cleanser with the probiotics in it. Any of those will be fine. Then you're going to apply your recovery serum, and then you're going to put on your Barrier Renewal Cream, NeoGenesis, you got that. And then you're going to want to choose an oil for yourself. We've got Remedy Rehab oil from Hale and Hush, which is an acne safe choice. Another one that I really like is Pure Omega from Rhonda Allison. You can also get this in what's called Drop of Essence, but that has a scent to it. This one has no scent at all, so I tend to like no scent or no essential oils when I'm doing a peel. So this is a Pure Omega oil, and that can be patted on those dry areas. And then the other thing that fell across the floor, let me go get it. Oh. Pull my mic off the stand. This went rolling across the floor earlier, the ProSalve. ProSalve is a very highly refined type of mineral oil like Vaseline, but much more refined. It has a little lavender and anti-inflammatory in it, and this is what you put on. If you get any flakes lifting off, you pat this on to glue those little dry skin flakes back down during the day, because when you're doing a peel, if you start to get any kind of little flaking, you don't want to scrub that off and you don't want to pick it off. You want to just use your ProSalve to glue it back down on your face. And so those would be the products that you want to get. Celine can pop them up. I think right now she's got the ProSalve up, and I think she was popping them up so that you guys could see them as we went through them. So again, I'll just repeat: recovery serum, Barrier Renewal, an oil, preferably one with not too much essential oils in it, and then you want to have your ProSalve. You want a light oil too. Don't go and put olive oil or coconut oil or tallow on your face. These are better. Okay. Susan says, do you use anything on your cheeks to make them rosy and glowing? Well, I have hot flashes, and that really helps. But I do use and love Jones Road Beauty. That's Bobbi Brown's new line. She has a balm, and it's called Flushed. And I love rubbing that Flushed on my cheeks. And then I use a little bit of Trini London. I use a little bit of her cheek color on top of that. I love rosy cheeks. And I know it's not for everybody, but you'll see me. Sometimes I put on too much because I just love rosy, glowing cheeks. So check that out. It's Jones Road Flushed Balm. Pretty fun. Also, check out their foundation. If you like a nice glowy foundation, it's called What the Foundation, and I use light, and I put that on underneath my Illuminaire foundation when I'm filming. But on days when I'm not filming, I just wear that What the Foundation from Jones Road. It's really wonderful, especially for older skin. Does not settle in the lines of the face. It's that perfect makeup for older skin. Okay. That's how I get those rosy cheeks. Lexi, I use Face Reality. Can I use this with these products? Yes, you can, Lexi. But So I'll just reiterate, because you might have asked this afterwards, but you're the one that still has active acne. So what's better for you, Lexi, is to probably you're on Mandelic 8%. What's better for you is to buy the next step up, which would be the 11%, and use that 11% Mandelic serum once per week. That's going to speed up your exfoliation. That's how we peel acne-prone skin when you're still in those healing stages. If you're currently on Mandelic 11%, then buy the 15% and use that once per week. So just once a week, you're picking up that exfoliation. That's going to give you that light little bit of peel that you need. So that would be a better choice for you. Some of these are acne safe, and you can use them with your face reality routine, and they'll be wonderful for you. Recovery serum is excellent to use if you're acne prone. It's going to help reduce inflammation and scarring. It's really, really wonderful if you have dry skin and you're maybe cramped peptides, just not enough moisture. The Berry Renewal cream is excellent for you. Remedy Rehab oil can be good for you. You can't use it when you're using your acne med, but you can use it during the day to pat on and give yourself a little extra moisture if you have dry skin and you're acne prone. But the other things you don't need. Okay. Linda says, what about Mandelic? Would you have to stop that as well to use the peel? Yes, Mandelic is a corrective acid, so you would want to not use that while you're doing this peel. And Linda, if you're still using that to maintain clear skin, then you're probably, and you're still getting some breakouts, then you're going to want to do what I just told Lexi to do, and that is buy the Mandelic serum that is one step up from your regular one and use that once a week. Okay, Stacy, can you recommend any more affordable recovery serum that is acne safe? Absolutely. If you want, it cannot be used if you've had cancer on your skin, but otherwise it's just fine. It's great, and that is Rhonda Allison's Vital Wound Repair Gel. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. Celine can pop it up here for us. She can probably madly searching for it now on the website. But that one from Rhonda Allison is what a lot of our teen acne clients use. It's more affordable. It's not as strong, not quite as great as recovery, but for younger skin and for somebody on a budget, it's going to be a good alternative for you. If you are older and you're needy and you've had some skin cancer, but you don't want to spend the money that you would spend on recovery, it's just outside your budget, then look at NeoGenesis Skin Serum. Because we also have a lot of acne clients or people on a budget who use NeoGenesis Skin Serum instead of recovery, and that's a much better price, and that would be my first preference. So if you can't use recovery, use NeoGenesis Skin Serum. If you can't use that, then use the Rhonda Allison Vital Wound Repair Gel. '60s, I remember you touching on shine or glossy cheeks and cheeks not being a healthy sign of skin. I don't think I've ever said that having shiny or glossy cheeks is a sign of ill health. If you have a lot of broken capillaries on your cheeks that are causing that inflamed redness, then that would be a sign of your skin needing barrier repair and some help. If we're seeing a lot of broken capillaries on the cheeks, that's often a sign that you're having a lot of collagen loss and the skin is getting too thin, and we're seeing the capillaries there. So that would be an indication to us to put you on some special skincare to help address that. But me putting on my flushed pink stuff and having shiny cheeks, that's not a sign of ill health in my skin. What price range of products would you use with the Skin Wand for lines on neck? I really can't tell you what price range I would use, but for these lines on the neck, I have a few products that I really like, and you can use them with the Skin Wand, and that would be, of course, your recovery serum is excellent, face and neck, but Cavapla, the Hop Cavapla can be excellent for the neck. Bioreform 28, excellent for the neck, and you can use it with a Skin Wand. Ooh, Glymed there, Atraxapeptide. It's a moisturizer, and I love that for the texture and firming on the neck. And all of those you can use with your Skin Wand. A good vitamin C serum is excellent for the neck, and you can use that. Some of the dark lines that you see on the neck are actually, especially for me, are dark pigmentation. So using a nice gentle vitamin C like Michelle Corley's Vitamin C Plus, using that with your Skin Wand would be really excellent for you. So there's some different ideas for you. Lexi says, perfect, thank you. She's going to do another consult. Great. Sometimes people say, well, I've already done a consult. I did a consult a few years ago, but I'm still getting breakouts, or maybe I've started getting breakouts again. And because you've done one consult before or a series of consults before, you don't think that you need to do a consult again. And let me tell you, that would be a misunderstanding of how acne works. Acne needs to be constantly challenged, and sometimes in that 3 months we get you completely clear, but then maybe 3-6 months later you're starting to see a few little breakouts coming again. That's because we need to keep challenging the skin, and it's time for us to bump up what you're using. You know, if you've been on Mandelic 5, we'll bump you to Mandelic 8. If you've been on Mandelic 8, we might do 11, or we might switch your cleanser up, or we might put you on a little stronger acne med, or we might review your diet with you and see if maybe you've added something in, or added in a makeup or a moisturizer that was not acne safe and is not good for you. So many people, I have some people that just want to have Morgan there to email her whenever they have a problem come up, and they just pay for acne coaching every 3 months so that they stay as one of her clients all the time. Okay. And you know, having Morgan at your beck and call and your email and having her work with your acne is much less expensive. Even if you're paying $125 every 3 months, it's so much less expensive than going in for the Face Reality acne treatments, because those are usually $75 to $125 a piece. And they're usually, when you're seeing estheticians for that, you're having to go in every 2 weeks. So it rapidly adds up. So doing this program with Morgan is really very affordable. It might seem like a lot of money, but in the long run, and when you compare it to needing to work with an esthetician every other week in you know, face to face, it really gets expensive to do that. So this is a much more affordable option, and Morgan is just an expert. She's amazing. Is Jones Road acne safe? No, I don't think it is acne safe. I have never broken out from it, and there are some things that I'll use that will make me break out, but I have not broken out from those products, but they don't meet our acne safe criteria. But, you know, I don't know your age and how often you break out, but generally by the time somebody gets to their 60s, they're not getting that many breakouts anymore, and they're not generally because of products that you're putting on the skin. That's more internal stuff going on and some diet stuff going on. So most older skins can get away with using a few more products than those younger kids can. Susan, I'm 71 and have a dry patch on my upper left cheeks that no cream or oil seems to moisturize. Please help. So first things first, you need to go into your dermatologist and have it checked. It's very likely that it's actinic keratosis or a precancer, and doing a peel will help with that. But you want to go in and have that checked, because squamous cell also represents as a dry, rough, red patch that doesn't go away. So you need to go in and have that biopsied, have it checked right away. Anytime you have something like that where it's just not going away. Another question I would ask you is, are you using retinol? Because retinol often brings things, it doesn't bring it to the surface, but it brings it to our awareness. So if you have some pre-cancer cells or some cancer cells here and you start using retinol, it's going to try and get rid of those and cause this constant little red irritation and dryness and flaking. If that just keeps going on and on, that's your indication to go in and get that spot checked. That's letting you know, oh, this area probably needs to have a little check and make sure that it is okay. I have many people who've reached out to me when I spot a little red spot somewhere on their face and it just keeps going and going. I send them in and they write back to me and say, you saved my life, because it was much more severe than we thought. And if we hadn't caught it when we did, it would have been really bad. So much better to go in and get that checked and be sure that you're clear for it, that it's fine. If you've done that and we know that it's not a precancer or cancerous spot, then reach out to us, do the skin coaching, and let's work on it. One thing that I know is that I can get around my nasal flares this constant wintertime flakiness that just won't go away. But Hale and Hush has a product called Saffron Meristem Cream. So if you want to try something, pick up that Saffron Meristem Cream and it might do the trick. If it does not, please go and get it checked. Okay? Okay, Jeana says, can we use Lemieux Derma Repair Serum? You can. If you have that at home, you could use that in place of the ProSalve and the Remedy Rehab oil. Or if you have one of Botania's oils, you can use that instead. I just can't bring every oil out here. I kind of chose our most reasonably priced oils so that it's not costing you too much to get your post-peel care system going. But if you already have one of those great oils at home, use that. You don't need to buy these ones. 60 says, I know you don't sell makeup, but what do you advise buy as a dewy under eye concealer that does not settle on the lines? Maybe somebody else can pipe in and let you know what that would be. I don't use an under eye concealer. I use my Illuminaire in that area and it doesn't settle in my eye lines. You could just try using the What the Foundation from Jones Road. They also have a little concealer stick. It can also depend what kind of a brush you use to work that into the skin, and certain brushes will just lay that down really nicely so you don't get that pooling in the creases. Sorry, I'm not a makeup artist, and so I don't know everything. And I don't really like to use a whole lot of concealer under my eyes, so I can't answer that question very good. Liliana, can you please repeat the name of the eye peel you recommended earlier? Thank you. Okay, for eye exfoliation, use Rhonda Allison Moisture Enzyme. Get your pen and pencil out, right? Here's a few choices for you. Rhonda Allison Moisture Enzyme, Rhonda Allison Derma Peel. A moisture enzyme is something that you'll put on and leave on all night. Derma Peel is something you do as a treatment and you rub all over and then you rinse it off. Is Clinical Vitamin C Serum for the eyes. Those would be the best. That's the best bet. All right. We have lots of questions today. This is great. Oh, Lexi says the acne consults are amazing and they helped with your diet and lifestyle. That's awesome, Lexi. 60 says maybe a video on AHAs and post-menopause. So what I'm going to recommend for you 60s, if you're post-menopause, you need to be on Emapel. Emapel has the ingredients that bind with those estrogen receptors in the skin to stimulate your skin to keep making collagen and to balance out dryness and all of that, and even balance out hyperpigmentation. So you're going to want to pick up your Emapel serum. We have it on the website, and the Emapel night cream. They even have an Emapel eye cream. You can just do that as your whole system. You use the serum in the morning and the night cream at night. And that, what happens with menopause is that we lose 30% of our collagen production in the first 5 years of menopause. And so Emapel really helps to reverse that and to slow it down. I've had clients who are in their 70s and even 80s, and they're well out of menopause, but they start using that Emapel and they see a big difference in their skin. And remember that some people use something like an Emapel serum and just use it for a month or just a few weeks and think, oh, this doesn't work. Remember, things take time, and when we're rebuilding from the inside out, those building blocks, it takes time. Give yourself 3 months on that product, and I guarantee you are going to see a difference in your skin. But just know that there's no quick fix in our 60s. We have to be resilient, we have to be persistent, and keep using these things, and we're going to build that up naturally. I think we get impatient, and that's why people go in for a facelift or a laser treatment, because they want that result now. But you're going to have a much better, longer lasting positive effect if you're just really consistent and follow your routine and keep doing it. Like I said with the one client who I peeled her skin every other month, it was a year before we saw those folds, a reduction in the folds on the side of her face, a full year. So, and she's on great skincare, she's on SkinScript skincare, and she was using, and we were peeling her every other month, and it took a full year to see that change happen. So we have to be persistent. And 60s, what I recommend is that you do a healthy skin consultation with, not consultation, coaching. Do the healthy skin coaching with Lauren, because she has the reputation for just transforming the skin, and she will really help you on this process you're on. Yes, it costs $125 to do this, but it's 3 months of coaching, and it's going to save you from buying things like the Lemieux clarifying pads. She's going to get you on the right products so that we're moving in the right direction. She'll save you money and save you from buying and wasting time and money using things that aren't right for your skin. Okay. Go Morgan, changing lives. Yes, she does. I love the stories. I love teenagers especially who never went to a school dance, never went on a date because they felt so bad about their skin. And then after working with Morgan, their moms are emailing us and saying their kids are going on dates, they're happier. It's really important. You know, one of the things that really drove me to develop and perfect our acne program is that the rate of suicide amongst people with acne is higher than those without acne. And so it became very important to me to work with and develop a plan that really works for those people. A lot of times kids with acne come from parents with acne because it's genetic, and a lot of those parents learn there's nothing you can do, nothing works, so they don't get help for their kid. And what I have to tell you is that we do have a system that works. We have dermatologists that refer clients to us because it works. There's people who've been on Accutane 2 or 3 times, and the acne keeps coming back. They come to us, and we get them clear and keep them clear. So yeah, Morgan's work is life-changing. She's a treasure. Okay, Susan. Oh, she went to a dermatologist, and she's not using retinol. Just seems to be dry. Okay, that's all good news. I like hearing that, Susan. So I recommend, Susan, that we do some healthy skin coaching with you. Saffron meristem can be helpful, but we need to do a full approach with you. We need to work on the water content of your skin, the water that you're drinking in your diet, and then we need to work on making sure you're getting enough water in your skin, and then we're using the right things to stop that transepidermal water loss and evaporation. So we're going to want to make some real adjustments. Just lathering on heavier and heavier and heavier creams is not going to do the trick for you. We need to get water into your skin, and then we need to use enzymes to exfoliate away that dry skin so that those water-loving serums can actually penetrate and get into the skin. And then we can put a little bit more oil or a little heavier cream on there, but we're going to make sure and choose creams that are not too occlusive, because we want the skin to be able to breathe. So we really need to take an evaluation of everything you're using now. what you've tried to use, and then move forward from there to get your skin in the right balance. So basically you have a compromised barrier, and we need to do some remedial work to get your skin back in shape. Hello, Parvin. Thank you for being here today. Melissa, you may have covered this. I got here late, but how long to wait after peel can I use microcurrent? So you should do your microcurrent before your peel. And then what you can do during the peel month, that we're doing this peel together next month, you can do your, if you have a tri-wave hopefully, you can do the face mask. Every other day or once or twice a week, you can do the face mask where you put on the sheet mask. You're going to want to use probably the Orgage sheet masks with the yogurt in them and the probiotics. You'll put one electrode here, one here or here, and that's the way you want to do your microcurrent treatment. And it'll be very helpful to do this throughout the month that we're doing the peel, because it's going to increase the ATP in your skin. Now, if you have regular microcurrent or you're trying to use those probes, you'll find that it stings to use those, because wherever there's a little bit of opening in the skin, where the skin's gotten a little bit exfoliated, it stings when it hits those areas. So it's better to do it during this time, to do it with a sheet mask. However, before you start your peel, do several days of really good microcurrent treatment so that you get that ATP really built up in the skin, and that'll help it to really regenerate better and healthier during your peel process. "60 says good under eye serums for the reddening under the eyes, not genetic, just aging." So 60s, I recommend, it's a little bit off topic, reach out to our customer service in the live chat. They can help you with that. There's some different products that you can use. One of them, a NeoGenesis eye serum, would be really wonderful for you, as also the Botnia eye cream. The Botnia eye cream is very reasonably priced. You can actually, it comes in such a big bottle, you can use it over your whole face as a moisturizer, but that one really goes to work on fragile looking skin. So if your skin's really red and looking kind of really fragile under here, Botnia eye cream will be the best one for you, combined with the NeoGenesis eye serum. And that's going to really strengthen all the tissues under your eyes. Rhonda, great video. Get back to work, Rhonda. Yeah, see you later. Can't wait to peel with everyone. Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Stacy says, can't remember, did you say to stop retinoids for the month? Yes. Yes, and the acids. Stop the retinols and the acids. At one point in the month, if we decide that your skin's really resilient and you want a little more peeling, we might play with adding some retinol in. It'll just depend on your skin resilience. Thank you. Oh, we did it. Yay. We got through all the questions. It's so great, you guys. I'm glad that you're so excited about this. Head over to Art of Skincare. Head on to the peel section. Is Clinical Active Peel System. We're going to be doing this all together for the month of February. Get your peel this month, and you'll automatically get an email inviting you to a private group just for people doing the peel with us. And we'll be doing this every other day starting on February 1st in the evenings. And we are going to peel our skin together. And I'll have tips throughout the process. If you get any questions along the way, I'm there to support you. If you want to, if we find that we need to tamper it down, maybe your skin's having a little bit of sensitivity, we'll have those tips for you then. Or if you're feeling like I want a little more, we'll have tips for you to take it to that next level as well. It's going to be a super fun month. So get your peel this month. Join us on February 1st on Facebook. There'll be a private group, and just kind of a one-on-one thing there where you can ask questions, and we'll submit pictures and just give you the support that you need to maybe have your very first home peel and have a great experience with it. All right, you guys, take care, and we will check in and see if there's anything down there at the bottom. Just everybody saying bye and thank you. Take care, you guys, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.